Damage to reputation is the number one concern for business executives, and it has been for several years now, according to a number of different reports. But how much does that damage cost, and how do you get it back once it's gone? Privacy is also a key issue for high net worth individuals, financial and commercial, digital, social and personal. But how do you balance that privacy against the need for transparency? Well, to discuss this, we're joined in the studio by David Imison, partner at the international reputation and privacy consultancy Schillings. I'm Sarah Lockett. Welcome to the Business Debate. David, welcome to the London Stock Exchange studios.
It's lovely to be here.
Now, where do you draw the line between transparency and privacy?
That's a really good question, and it's a huge topic of debate at the moment. At Schillings, we would suggest that it isn't privacy or transparency, you need both. So regulatory bodies, law enforcement, they need transparency of financial data to prevent crime and fraud. But as an individual, you have a right to a private life, and your social, family, medical information should not be in the public domain unless you've voluntarily put it there.
Now, what work do you do to ensure your clients' privacy and reputation? Because it is actually quite wide-ranging, isn't it?
It's really wide-ranging, and I think the reason for that is because privacy and reputation cuts across everything. So at Schillings we talk about protecting the 3 Ds: deals, disputes and dates. Deals, we could be working on an IPO, or it could be a hostile takeover situation or a short selling campaign. Disputes, it might be some litigation that we're running ourselves, or it might be a completely separate piece of litigation and we're helping to ensure our clients aren't given a trial by media. And dates, it could be milestone dates, weddings, events, enjoying those as private occasions.
Now, if we think about privacy, you kind of categorise it into 5 main threats. Which one of those is more important, more dangerous?
That's right. We think about physical, social, digital, financial and commercial elements of privacy. Digital privacy is huge at the moment. As consumers, we're always giving information away online to third-party providers. And I say to people, if you're not paying for a service, it's probably because you are the product. This is at a time when, as the UK statistics showed, 2/3 of companies have been hacked in the previous year. So a big part of our role is cybersecurity and data protection.
Now, most of your clients come to you when they're already in the middle of a crisis, so the story has broken or it's about to break. And how much of your work is dealing with that immediate crisis, and how much kind of looking forward at potential threats?
Yeah, so we operate a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week hotline, and you're right, we are often dealing with clients in crisis. But we would say, don't wait for a crisis to take action. Privacy is a really good example of that. You know, the law protects you, the English law protects your privacy. But if you're relying on it, it's probably too late. Something has probably already happened. So you need to look at the risks ahead of time and get prepared.
Now, if we look at the rich lists, many of your clients want to be kept off the rich lists. Is that possible, and how do you do it?
Yeah, some people want to be off, some people are happy to be on, and a very small minority of people think that their wealth should be shown as being even greater on the rich list. My advice is quite simple. I think, understand what the thresholds for getting on the lists are, understand the process they go through for compiling them, and understand what information about yours is already in the public domain to derive that information.
Now, a few years ago, the press or the media would have been the main enemy, as it were, but now it's anyone with a Twitter account, isn't it? Who do people need to be wary of?
It's so broad. So, we deal with disgruntled ex-employees, with campaign groups. It could be hacktivists, cyber criminals, or even commercial rivals. The reason that we've actually broadened our offering to have intelligence, cyber, advisory and legal is because you need a range of skill sets to deal with a range of people.
And it could even be your own children who are inadvertently maybe tweeting the wrong things?
It could be, and that's something we see all the time. And there's a very different generational view about what information you share online.
And you have investigators, don't you, who will be looking at open source information, which is what's available on the web, but also looking at the dark web. Why are they doing that?
Well, the saying goes that everybody has a public life, a private life and a secret life, and it's the search engines that know about people's secret lives. If information is hacked, for example, it's often on the dark web first, and so it's important that we're on there to see what people are saying about our clients and that we can protect them appropriately. And
it used to also have been in the past very much about suing or injuncting people. It's not just, you still do that, don't you?
We do, but it's the same as the privacy example. If you're taking that kind of action, it's probably after the event. We would much rather work with our clients to prevent the risk or the issue happening in the first place.
All right, well, David Imison from Schillings, thank you very much.
Well, thank you.